This is Brad from Argali, and I'm gonna walk you through a little bit more of an in-depth behind-the-scenes look at the design philosophy behind our Alpine sleeping bag systems here, and give you a little bit more detail. But first I wanna talk to you about our 850 plus dry loft down. Now we use an 850 fill power as a conservative estimate. I think our down fill power rating is, most of it is closer to 900 fill, but 850 is a conservative estimate of the fill power of our down. And we partnered with our friends at Allied Down and Feather to source this down from Eastern Europe. It is an untreated down, which I'll talk about here in a second. We did that intentionally. But the important thing with the Eastern European down is that not all down is created equally. Where the birds that produce the down live is incredibly important to the down structure and the down clusters. So birds that live in colder climates tend to produce much stiffer down clusters, and what that means is as you compress down, it has a much better ability to re-loft. So if you think about the quality of your down, the loft of your down over the life of a bag as you're stuffing it into your pack, the stuff sack, it needs to be able to re-loft in order to keep you warm and comfortable. And birds that come from Eastern Europe just have, I think, the best ability to produce down clusters that are gonna have that long shelf life and produce a really high quality bag that will re-loft well over time. The other thing that we, with our dry loft down, it's naturally highly water resistant. It's processed here in the USA, but notably we don't have any waterproof coatings on our down. Now, almost all waterproof coatings are paraffin-based, paraffin/wax-based coatings. Now, if you coat your down in paraffin-based coatings, what that does is it produces down clumping, which is gonna produce cold spots in your sleeping bag, and it's gonna affect the warmth of your bag, particularly as you compress it, try and let it re-loft, compress it again, try and let it re-loft. So there's a reason we don't use treated down, because it does reduce the loft of your bag, particularly as you use it in the field. The other thing to note is that geese and goose down that they produce has natural oils in it that make it highly, highly water resistant. If you put goose down in water, you try and dunk it in water, it will float, it will not absorb water very easily at all. So there's a lot of just natural water repellency that exists in goose down naturally. So if you look at the trade-offs for a paraffin-based waterproof coating, there is a trade-off for it, and I think it does result in down clumping and reduced loft and reduced warmth, therefore, over time. So our dry loft down is naturally highly water resistant, but it does not have that paraffin-based wax coating that a lot of water-resistant downs have. Let's talk about just the construction of the bag and how every part of this bag has really been built to maximize heat retention and trap warm air inside the bag. So first I want to talk about the baffle construction. So we have this body map baffling. So you have vertical baffles on the top, horizontal baffles on the side, and then horizontal baffles on the back. What you can't see is inside these baffles, the construction. So everything from the size of the baffles to the internal flow gates to the amount of down in these individual baffles is really based on a body mapped heat image of where we tend to release the most heat. What you don't want to do in a sleeping bag is just put the same amount of down in every baffle. You want to really target certain places in the body where you're going to release the most heat and put more down there. And you also want to prevent as much drafting as you can from those areas of the body. So on the chest here, there's quite a bit of down. It's located in the most strategic places where you are most likely to emit heat. And then also because of the construction and the flow gates, you're not gonna see down migration within those baffles over time, over the life of the bag, which is really important because if you get down migration in those baffles, it can cause cold spots and just cause you to get cold during the middle of the night. That's really important for a high quality bag like this. It should last you many, many years. This is our 0 degree bag. So the neck collar, the draft tubes around the head and the top here, and then also along the zipper. These draft tubes are really meant to just wrap around your neck. So the heat from the chest cavity of your body, it can't escape through the bag very easily. And you also don't want heat to escape up through your neck and escape through the area around your face that is exposed. So these draft tubes are generously stuffed with down to prevent that. You can also close your draft tube on the side here, and then you can cinch up with the paracord there. You can really cinch the hood of the bag around your face to prevent drafting as much as possible. One of the other key features of our Alpine sleep systems is what we call our honest temperature rating system, which really means that when we say it's a 20-degree bag or we say it's a 0-degree bag, what that means is that the average person should reasonably assume that you will be comfortable and warm down to that temperature with that particular bag. So with a 20-degree bag, you should be comfortable and warm down to 20 degrees with a light base layer top and a light base layer bottom. Now there's a lot of variability in terms of body temperature, metabolism. People sleep hot, people sleep cold. So some people in our 20-degree bag will find that they can use it below 20 degrees. Some people might find it a bit cold at like 22 degrees, but on average, 20 degrees is the temperature, is the comfort rating for that bag. And there is an ISO standardized test that we've done that has found that our 20-degree bag and our 0-degree bag should keep you warm and comfortable at 20 degrees and at 0 degrees respectively. The standard in the sleeping bag industry is to use survival ratings or close to survival ratings for the temperature ratings on a sleeping bag. So by and large, for a lot of companies, a 20-degree bag won't keep you comfortable at 20 degrees. It'll keep you from dying at 20 degrees. The comfort rating might be 32, 33, 34 degrees, but you're not going to be comfortable at 20 degrees. We're doing things a little differently with our sleeping bag. We think it's a little bit more honest. What that also requires is that we put premium down in our bags and we put more of it than other folks might in order to keep you warm at those respective temperatures. But again, we feel like it's a more honest way to describe the functionality of a sleeping bag.